All right, Austin, it's been a little over 12 hours since you were crowned the Daytona 500 champion right here in Victory Lane. We see the confetti on the car. You've stuck your hand and your feet into the concrete here to cement your win. But how does it feel now that you wake up the next morning? Not much sleep. I saw the Instagram story at 3:30 in the morning, but what are the feelings right now this morning?
Yeah, still probably in a bit of disbelief. You work your entire career to get to the top level, and to be able to not just make it to the top level, but win the biggest race of them all. It's a dream come true, and it's a testament to the people I'm surrounded by, and obviously the race itself played out really well. We were adaptable the entire time, and awesome experience. The competitor in me is already like kind of looking towards Fontana, trying to figure out what this rookie season is going to hold for us. But otherwise, yeah, just so excited.
Before we look ahead to the rest of the season, let's revisit last November. There's footage and
Let's
photos.
not.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
not
we're gonna
revisit
do
last
it.
November
We're gonna do
ever
it.
again.
There's videos and photos of you leaning up against the number 22, dejected. The look on your face is just, I don't even know if that had sunk in yet. And then you sat on the car here on the front stretch right at the start-finish line, and you were celebrating a victory for the Daytona 500. How different were the emotions between leaning up against the 22 last year and now sitting on the 2 after you win the Daytona 500?
I mean, it's the highs and lows of racing. I couldn't describe it in any other way. It's just one of those experiences, and even when you lose what you feel like is the worst moment in your life, you can reflect on it and understand that I'm at least lucky to have something that means so much to me in my life to where it's going to upset me that much. I would say that moment on the car wasn't exactly planned. I broke the car, so I was just waiting on the tow truck, really. But yeah, definitely awesome to be able to sit and look up in front of a sellout crowd and kind of reflect on what I'd accomplished that day, what we'd accomplished on Sunday, and to be able to celebrate with my team last night was pretty awesome. Definitely memories I'll never forget.
You mentioned the celebration. I saw some footage of the Steak and Shake down here in Daytona. What happened last night? What did we get into? Did you blow out some birthday candles for Roger Penske?
I'm not sure if we ever got Roger a cake. That's a great question.
Darn.
I feel like we did all right in the birthday present department for RP, but I guess we never thought of the cake thing.
Next time.
But yeah, Steak and Shake last night. Kind of the tradition after a big win for Team Penske. Just celebrate with a bunch of burgers. We closed the place down, and from there on out, God knows what the 2 crew did. This is definitely the party team on Team Penske, but it was absolutely a lot of fun. Got back to the hotel, sat in the hot tub for a little while, hashed things out with my pops, and stayed up till probably 3:45, just going through my phone and hearing from people, and it's just amazing to experience that. I mean, whether if it's a win on any given weekend, but obviously on this, just the amount of exposure this race gets, how big this race is. Sometimes you almost forget a little bit. I usually stay pretty in the game, and even in front of over 100,000 people, I can't say it really phases me. But you think about how much this race means, not just to the drivers, but and not just to the teams, but the race fans, the people that come all this way to watch these races, and to be able to be part of a finish like that, let alone win, is pretty special.
I know that it's different when you win a championship at the end of the year versus being a Daytona 500 champion, because you get the whole offseason to celebrate and reflect on the season. You guys turn the chapter right now to Auto Club, and next up is Fontana. Looking ahead to the next couple of weeks, what does that look like for you? And then the rest of the season, what are the expectations now that you've checked the win box?
I'm not sure the expectations, personally change, but it obviously puts us in the playoffs. It obviously puts us in the All-Star race. So 2 things I didn't have walking into the track on Sunday, but I think for me, it does give me the opportunity to be aggressive at times. It does give me the opportunity to be patient at times as far as through the learning process, not miss the small details, because I would like to not just be in the playoffs. I'd like to make a run in the playoffs. So I know that's what this team wants. I know that's what this team is capable of. So I think the West Coast swing for everybody is going to be a great gauge to see where everybody is. We've got a 2-mile racetrack, mile-and-a-half racetrack, and then a short track with Phoenix. So I think you're going to have a great understanding of what teams have done their homework in the off season, what OEMs have done their homework in the off season from a downforce perspective, from a horsepower perspective. So I think there's a lot we're going to learn in the next 3 weeks about what the season's going to look like.
We see that 2 machine. It has the confetti on it. It pulled into victory lane. You're the only driver to get a Daytona 500 championship in the 2 car for Roger Penske. I know how much that 2 car means to him, but have you given some thought that you were the only wheelman to do it?
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, we've got one for every car number now. The 212 and the 22 have all won the Daytona 500 for Roger Penske, so that's obviously pretty special. But hearing from guys, there's a lot of guys that are still working Team Penske that were there during the Rusty Wallace days who've helped me in my career, and they've shown up here for a lot of speed weeks trying to win this race, and I know how much it means to them to be able to do that, and this race team, and I've got guys on my team specifically that have been coming to this place for 20 years and never won a race. So just really special to be able to do my part and deliver that, and just a total team effort, and from on the racetrack to off the racetrack.
All right, well, I know it's been a long night. I know you have a long week ahead of you, but good luck in Fontana and congratulations.
Awesome, thank you.